20, called it the 21. Smith going to look to throw right away. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Seahawks at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Gino on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Gino. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Give him 9 on the scramble there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and just a couple of inches.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd and goal, Smith, end zone caught, touchdown Seattle. Derek Watt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Folk, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, it's Goodwin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Boy, shifts past him. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's Swift. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Ready, set. And cycle.
Here we go on 4th down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
What's not cool about the gain there on second down? That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Give to Walker on the read option. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
On third down, here's Walker. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll run on first down. It's Barnett, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with third down looming.
On the double.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Up the middle they go. It's Barnett, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3 tight ends up front here, third and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw here.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in a second. But now in this spot, within one score and striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked out all week long.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
Oh, he's got some. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Ken Walker, 77 yards. And the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. So the completion gets them just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st down, Barnett. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Running left is Walker. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Back to Walker on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Geno. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Folks' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Barnett, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jason Kabinda with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith gets this to Fan. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a pickup of 6. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now it's Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now Smith. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Detroit, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.